Not really.
That was a fucking sleeper fight.
But no, I didn't catch that. I just catched the last two fights. Well, half of it, I should say.
Okay, so let's go into it then. Did you watch? So what did you think of the? Did you watch the card though? So I mean, okay, no, you answered that already. You said you didn't watch it because you're celebrating, but did you end up watching at least the fight?
I did. I did end up watching the Charlo fight, the one against Harrison. That's his name, right?
Yeah.
That one. So of course, yeah. Like I said, I saw the two Charlo fights. Not the last one, not the main event, because it did not. My DVR did not record the entire event. I put 30 minutes over, and it still did not. So I didn't catch much of the main event, but I did catch some highlights. But yeah, okay. I did watch the two Charlo brothers fight.
Did you watch the Carl Frampton versus Josh Warrington fight?
No, but I saw highlights, and they looked pretty good. Frampton lost, I believe, right?
Frampton lost by decision.
He lost, and it looked pretty good.
Did you watch the Derek Chisora, Dillian Whyte? I know you were excited, but I know last week you showed your excitement for that fight.
YouTube, huh?
YouTube, yes. Your excitement for this fight.
Again, no, I didn't care for that fight. So again, I was just whatever. I guess I was out with my family. Yeah, no.
Okay,
I didn't catch that fight.
So let's break these ones first. Let's go from the bottom to the top. I'll leave the Charlos to the end. So Dillian Whyte, Derek Chisora, part two. First fight was pretty entertaining. Derek Chisora lost to Dillian Whyte in the first one. Rematch time. Both guys have said they matured from the first fight. Both guys decided, let's go it. This was kind of like a foregone conclusion. The winner would probably get a Anthony Joshua fight April 13th. From the looks of it, they literally started off where they left off in the first fight. Derek Chisora did look more active in this fight, but late round surge, late round knockout by Dillian Whyte, which is a great left hook and just laid out Chisora. Afterwards, they asked Dillian Whyte, "Who do you want to fight?" He goes, "Give me Anthony Joshua. I'll fight anybody. Give me the guy." And Joshua came out and told him, you gotta wait. I'm waiting for Wilder, and I want Wilder. And Dillian Whyte's, "I'm right here. Let's go." And big hoopla. Other than that, I mean, it was expected. I know my prediction last week was Dillian Whyte's gonna win. Dillian Whyte, to me, was the better fighter in the first fight, and I felt he was gonna win the second fight even easier. Except it took him a little longer this time than the first fight. But again, like I said earlier, it's a foregone conclusion. He's the next opponent lined up for Anthony Joshua.
It looks like it.
It looks like it. I mean, Joshua's trying to make it seem now like I'll fight anybody. It's just these guys don't want to fight me. I'm ready. I got the venue ready. These guys just don't want to fight me. I'm better than everyone in the heavyweight division, was Anthony Joshua said. I'm better than Dillian Whyte. I'm better than Big Baby Miller. I'm better than Tyson Fury. I'm better than Deontay Wilder. I'm better than Luis Ortiz. Shit, I'm better than any heavyweight right now standing. They're not at my level.
Where was that attitude when they're negotiating with him fighting Wilder? Again, where was that fucking attitude?
Well, he'd say the attitude's always been there. Just he's never been an outspoken fighter. He'd rather talk in the ring than in the public eye. Okay. But this isn't about Josh. This is about Dillian Whyte. Yeah. Did you at least see the highlights? Did you watch the fight?
No, I didn't see it. No, none of it. I didn't fucking care for it. I'll be honest.
I mean, after that, come on. Do you know Eddie Hearn did his best to have this fight on Showtime?
Did he?
Do we have to go back to what he had to do? He told the zone told him to go fuck himself. He had to go grovel to Steven Espinosa and told him, "Hey, do you mind putting my fight up? Yeah, for free on YouTube." And he's like, "Well, it's either take it or leave it." So he said, "Fuck it, fine. For the fans, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for the fans. I'm gonna do it for guys like B. Ray." He did this for you.
Don't bring me into this.
Did this for guys like you, Brian. He put Dillian Whyte, Derek Chisora 2 on Showtime on YouTube for you.
Oh, man.
And this is how you just throw it away, motherfucker.
I'm sure I'm not the only one who did that. So.
All right, Carl Frampton, Josh Warrington. Both of us had Frampton going to win. I guess we were wrong here. Wrong again. We are. My New Year's resolution 2019 is at least have a good winning record. Because if we go 2018, I think we were we were wrong more times than we were right.
I like to think that, yeah.
I can't even keep score. But Warrington versus Frampton. Did you watch the fight?
No, but I saw highlights and I was like, this looked pretty entertaining. That looked like a good fight. And I believe, I don't know if was that on DAZN?
No, that was on ESPN Plus.
ESPN Plus, okay. Yeah, that looked pretty good. I saw some highlights, and of course, surprised that Frampton lost.
You know what? We said this is a prime Frampton. We felt that. I was on the Frampton train. He was coming off that win against Donaire. Josh Warrington's a good fighter. I just felt that this was Frampton's time and time. Fuck, tongue twisting. I'm sorry. I am recovering from a cold. My nose is still stuffed up, so I'm trying to breathe and talk at the same time. So I gotta relax. But Josh Warrington did beautifully, landed clean punches, out hustled Frampton in exchanges when he needed to. But Warrington now puts himself in a position to fight the Leo Santa Cruzes, the Gary Russell Jr.'s, and Abner Morris, or Gervonta Davis if he still stuck around 130. So anybody from 126 to 130 can't get it. And Warrington just put himself out there right now as a guy not to be fucking overlooked. And say this on this show, I overlooked him, and this is what I got. I overlooked him. I don't think Frampton overlooked him. It was just Warrington's night.
Mm-hmm.
It was Warrington.
It seems like it, yeah.
And I would love to see those guys do it again, though.
Mm-hmm, definitely. So, and again, it looked like a pretty entertaining fight.
From the highlights I saw, yes, and I'm trying to download it somewhere, trying to watch it somewhere. So if anybody knows a link so I can watch this, DM it. All right.
Yeah, please.
Main event time. We got Jermell Charlo, Tony Harrison. Brian, did you watch this? You said you watched this fight. So what did you think of this fight?
I thought this Harrison guy, he did a lot better than most people expected.
We overlooked him. We overlooked him. We overlooked him. We overlooked Tony Harrison.
He did a pretty good job. He made it a bit, do I want to say a bit competitive? But he showed something. He showed something that, hey, I'm really here to beat you. I'm here to take your belt. That was the impression he gave me, and I love that. I love that attitude. But at the end of the day, at the end of the fight, I easily had Charlo winning it. But the three judges did not see that.
So 3 judges did not see it. They had it, 117, 111?
Yeah, and I believe, 117, 111. I think 1 or 2 of them had 115, 113.
So, look, his 2 losses were to Willie Nelson, not the singer, and Gerald Hurd. And I have to say that because I'd be like, what? Willie Nelson, the fighter, not the singer. And to Gerald Hurd. He was on a 4-fight win streak. Look, he beat A.C. Smith, George Sosa, and Paul Velasquez Jr. Okay, he was on a 4-fight win streak. Going into the fight, 3-fight win streak because he just beat Charlo. Sorry, I'm looking at BoxRec. Look, I'm with you. It was a competitive fight, but I don't think he won the fight. He made it competitive, and I think he made it competitive because again, I think the topic of this episode would be overlooking opponents. I overlooked Tony Harrison. I didn't give Tony Harrison a shot. I was on this show 2 weeks ago when we were talking about it, and I was on this show last week saying this is going to be a blowout. This is a showcase fight. Tony Harrison's only here to make sure that Jermell Charlo puts a highlight reel fucking performance to set himself up for a possible Gerald Hurd unification fight. That's what I said, and I overlooked him. And guess what? Maybe Charlo may or may not been overlooking him too. I don't know, but I doubt it. But I think the more surprising thing is the fact that he came in not to lay down, but also to fight. But you cannot win a fight backing up the entire time. You cannot win the fight just jabbing in spurts. You cannot win the fight by clean counterpunching in few spots. You can't win the fight like that. I had Jermell Charlo winning this fight. Not a 117, 111. It was a tight card, but not that. Look, Charlo was the aggressor, and was the effective puncher. And I'd be like, what? How is it? Listen, people. He was the effective puncher. I just said right now, Tony Harrison cannot win a fight by just backing up the entire time and landing clean jabs once in a while and landing clean counter punches.
Lennox Lewis was bringing that up too. Like you can't just let this guy just punch because all he's doing is kind of like he was protecting himself, maybe landing punch here and there. But Lennox Lewis was saying you're allowing him to be more active.
When Tony Harrison landed, they were the more clean, effective punches, and those are the rounds he won to me. But when you're being hit, even on the glove, and you're bouncing off those gloves, the impression is that those punches are with ill intent. And then the punches when Jermell Charlo finally caught you. You were doing the stanky leg a couple times.
Yeah.
That uppercut, like holy shit, you were grabbing on for dear life. You were on your bicycle. for dear life. So you can't say, "Oh, I don't get hit." You didn't get hit as clean. Neither did Charlo. I mean, you look at Charlo. Charlo didn't get hit clean either. But I felt that Charlo won. He was effective aggressor. He dictated the fight. I heard Tony Harrison on Fight Hype. I dictated the fight. No, you didn't, bro. You're backing up. You're backing up the whole entire time. Now, anybody that wants to come and debate me about this, anybody that wants to write something to me about it and explain how Tony Harrison did it, I open up the forum to you. Explain to me how Tony Harrison won the fight, because the way I'm looking at other podcasters and other bloggers, and no one has Tony Harrison winning the fight. Teddy Atlas just came out and said, I gave Tony Harrison the fight. I think the judges had it right. Okay, Teddy, really? That's one. Dan Rafael, and Dan Rafael has gotten cards wrong, but even Dan Rafael saw it as a competitive fight, but Jermell Charlo won. No one is saying that Charlo whitewashed this guy. No one saying Charlo won easily. No one is saying that, but the clear winner was Jermell Charlo, not Tony Harrison. That's what it is. But I think the narrative and going into the fight was this was supposed to be an easy, walk in the park for Jermell Charlo. Everyone saw it. I saw it. You saw it. I think some people did see it as well too. And I think the shocker was this guy came to fight.
Yeah, that was the thing. I'll give him credit. He came to fight. He came to fight, and he showed some skills. Again, he showed some heart, but he just didn't win the fight. Not in my eyes, and apparently a lot of people's eyes did. Saw that Charlo won the fight, but I'm. When they made the announcement, when they said that he won, Harrison won, another moment where I was like, what the fuck, man? How many more do we need to see this? I was outraged. Again, it was a moment where I go, I hate moments like this because it gives, UFC people just go, see, this is why boxing is dead. It gives them a reason to say that. It gives them a reason that boxing is a joke. And I fucking hate that. I hate that because I love that sport, and to see that it almost makes me ashamed to say that I love boxing and I watch it.
I wouldn't be outraged if it would have been a draw. I think it'd be cool. I think people are like, well, draw's a robbery, and it's not a robbery. Nobody won. I think a draw's nobody won. Yeah, I would have been okay with the draw, but not this 117, 111 score or 113 score. I don't agree with that score. Like, I don't know how you see that. There's no possible way. You cannot win a fight backpedaling the entire fucking fight. I know people are like, well, Floyd did it. No, when Floyd did it, he subdued an opponent. He made it very known. You can win it because a guy can't even touch me in his best day now. Can't touch me. I'm dominating him. His physical appearance, he physically and mentally looks like a guy that's already been beat by 12 rounds. Mm-hmm. Believe me, Charlo did not look like a beaten man mentally or physically. He was still gunning for those wins, and he was winning. And I believe he won. Now, after the fight, Tony Harrison said, "Look, you gave me a shot, I'll give you a shot." And of course, Jermell Charlo said, "You know what? I know I beat you." Blah blah blah. They started talking shit, and that's when Tony goes, "You know what? I don't want to fight you anyways. I'm gonna fight. I want Gerald Hurd. I want Hurd." Brian, we said last week the Jermell Charlo's win puts him in line with a possible matchup, a possible clash with Gerald Hurd if Gerald Hurd gets past his fight, because he has a hometown fight coming up too. If he gets past his fight, now that this has happened, what is next for Charlo? I know that Tony Harrison said he'll give him the rematch, but he then restated, I will not give him the rematch. There is a contract for a rematch clause. Should Charlo bounce right back into a rematch with Tony Harrison, or should he just be like, you know what, fuck it, I want to go for the next big thing and go after a Gerald Hurd?
I think the smart way to go is get your belt back, get the rematch. Again, it's just my opinion. I think he should just get the rematch immediately, right now.
So get it like in 4 months from now. Go back and rematch in 4 months.
Yeah. So exactly. So in 4 or 5 months, get the rematch. Get the rematch. Get your belt, and then after that, have your fight against Gerald Hurd. Okay.
Talking about that, Gerald Hurd said that he's not that interested no more as a fight because he was only interested for 2 reasons to fight Charlo. He has a belt and he wants to take that O. He lost his belt and he lost his O. So what's the point of me wanting to fight this guy? I might as well just move up to middleweight.
You think so? Just move to middleweight?
That's what he was kind of sitting with. Like, I'd rather just move up to middleweight. There's nothing else for me to do out here. Even though there's another guy named Jaime Munguia out there too, which I think that'd be a great clash.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I was like, that's the three guys that have the